So, this Let's Talk is going to be a little different. No, you're not crazy. And yes, this is my disembodied voice coming to you from the great beyond. Okay, so maybe it's not the great beyond exactly. I am in my apartment, but still, this is something new. And we're giving it a try. Now, first and foremost, a spoiler warning is necessary. Now, if you're one of those crazy people who knows no fear and still hasn't seen Spider Man No Way Home, this may not be the chat for you. But I will try my best. Now, this movie is everything under the sun rolled into one. It's everything the other Tom Holland Spider-Mans are missing. And it's mostly fan service. But it works. One of my things about this movie, though, is if you don't have the little bit of extra background knowledge, it won't be the same thing for you. Like, if you haven't seen Daredevil, that killer reference will be totally lost on you. But it's part of what makes the movie work. This movie is simply well done. And it contains what might possibly be my favorite death scene in any movie ever. It's unexpectedly expected, and it's absolutely heartbreaking. It carries you on the roller coaster of it all until the very end. And I don't know about you, but I was simply shaking in my baby seal leather boots. And we don't even need to talk about Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin. But alas, we will. He was easily the star of the show. He was captivating, compelling, and so much more. I mean, that smile and that laugh? Yes, please, more. Though I think there's a little shortage on the love of Doc Ock, whose arc was my personal favorite. And, of course, getting the recognition he finally deserves, Andrew Garfield. Talk about an icon. He's funny, he's adorable, he's the best Spider-Man there ever was, and ever will be. No arguments, case closed. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I think about it at least 3 times a day. The scene where he's like, "Is that a knife? Please, is that a knife? My weakness? No, it's small knives." So when he first came out in this movie, it was it for me. And it was fun because from the very beginning, we knew they were going to be in this movie. They tried to hide it. They thought they were slick, but we all knew. It wasn't surprising, but it was still so good. I mean, Toby and Andrew from the first moments, and then seeing all 3 of them together was the icing on the cake I didn't know how much I was missing. It was everything and so much, much, much more. I mean, literally anything can happen from here. And personally, I can't wait to see what Marvel does with it. Realistically, with this next phase, I'd been a little disappointed. WandaVision was amazing. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was still good, and Loki was honestly pretty disappointing, which I know is my hot take of the year. And then there are the movies, which, besides Shang-Chi, hasn't given me much to look forward to. But I will say, the crown jewel of them all is What If. Now, even though some episodes are a bit touch and go, overall, it's still a really great show. But now, it's safe to say, my faith has been restored in Marvel. And it's not that this movie was overwhelmingly spectacular, because honestly, it wasn't. But for so many fans, it filled a much needed hole. My biggest complaint with this movie is in the storyline aspect of it, and mostly the disrespect to Ned. Now, MJ is an icon that should not be messed with, but Ned is a king in his own right. And time again, Peter proved that he would rather choose his girl over his best friend. And Ned was there the entire time, from the start of it all. But still, he was passed up for a girl. Peter always wanted to make sure that MJ was okay. Meanwhile, Ned was falling to his death. And I will say, of all the villains in this movie, Jamie Foxx felt stilted. So, for anyone out there that knows someone that hasn't seen this movie, tell them to go right now. Because Norman may be on sabbatical, but you got things to do. So go now. But until then, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.
With great power comes great responsibility.